International live up.
I'm live on my Instagram.
We got live on Facebook too.
A lot of lives right now.
Yo, what's up? Everybody tuning in to Let's Be Blunt the podcast. We over here doing our blunt shit, talking our blunt shit with blunt people. Yo, if you guys are just tuning in, you've never been here before. Let's Be Blunt, 6 years and running. Hit that link tree. Let's Be Blunt 2020. Cash the last 6 years of it. Yeah, 6 years.
Damn. That's
Tone.
What's happening, y'all? Oh yeah, y'all forgot I was here, huh?
He wasn't at the last episode.
Yeah,
yo.
well, I was
Bust
missing
down
from the
music,
last
yo.
few episodes. I've been working on my music and all of that. I see the little sly shit in the comments though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But we got one of these for you though. It's all good. You know what I'm saying?
It's for the weed.
But yeah, it's your boy Tony Tajay. You know, y'all hit that link tree / I am Tony Tajay to see what's going on at Just the King Entertainment with my music, all of that, blah 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 blah. You know, I produced this show, so
Facts.
Yeah, shout out to that.
Yo, let's give a big shout out to the sponsorship one more time. It's 420, baby.
it's always 420 somewhere.
somewhere, yo.
I
So
was born at 420.
go ahead and hit that.
I say that shit every time.
You do.
Yeah, literally, I was born at 420.
Hit that shit up, yo. You was meant to be a pothead, you.
I was meant to be a boss.
Destiny and all
Meant
that.
to be a pothead,
And
yo.
now I don't do shit but smoke.
My soul. Yo, shout out to Topanga, 420 Up in Smoke. Her podcast is coming back live here on March 22nd.
Which I produced too.
Facts.
You did.
Oh, is that a legendary podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah.
420 Up in Smoke. Fun fact, I guess it's not really fun, but a little bit about her, yo. She lived at an address 420 and the house caught on fire.
Oh, damn.
So 420 Up in Smoke, she be talking about everything up in smoke and everything. She has a beautiful new house now, yo. Shout out to Topanga. Same address and everything. So, but shout out to her, yo. But
And she coming back with a whole new aesthetic.
Season 2.
It's gonna be dope. And she got new topics to talk about. We got another show coming, the Tone Zone.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all get ready for that. Everybody who trying to get their music out there and their music videos, y'all want it to be seen, submit.
Yo. Shout out to Hitman Chris and our bud sponsors out here on Let's Be Blunt. Without y'all,
Hitman brand.
that blood would be happening. You feel me?
Yeah, they.
All right, yo. Let's get into this. Our guest right here, real quick. Yo, you want to give us your name, your social medias?
Yeah. Isiah Veney, creative director and co-founder of Social Aesthetics. You can find us on Instagram at unsocial AES and Thought Poet as Thought Poet 77. Yeah.
Man, y'all know we finna get into it. Y'all hear what the fuck he said, y'all? Creative director, A&R, photography, film.
Damn, you do a lot.
Bro, this my type of shit right here. Yeah, we finna get deep into this. This is gonna be a great conversation.
Yo. Earlier we passed the blunt a little bit. Y'all didn't see that on camera because I'm trying to get reported for this shit, yo. So had to take it off camera. But we did pass the blunt earlier. But we need to know what got you behind the camera to begin with.
Oh, that's a good question, actually. So again, shout out to my mom. Her name is Phoenix Rising, but she was woke before it was cool to be woke. You know what I'm saying? So I was always like an art festival kid. She always had me studying, like, you know, who Dusable was, who Gordon Parks was, you know. And so I grew up as like, you know, a shelter kid, getting into high school, going to Harlan, but also having like a freak accident where I put a dude's head through a lunchroom window. And so that kind of pushed me into going through like after school matter programs like True Star Magazine.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where like the journalism started for me. So I'm like writing about KRS-One, Raekwon from Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm talking about the Chicago music scene like the last 15 years. And I ran this website called The Lyrical Lab. It actually inspired a lot of other platforms.
Sounds really familiar, yo.
You know, I'll leave that to, you know, the viewer. But, you know, that platform really birthed just more conversation in the Chicago music scene. So this was like 2011. So this was like 2011 to like 2015. And again, we were talking about Chance the Rapper, Femdot, No Name, Saba, Show You Suck, you know what I mean? Like we were just talking about all of these different individuals. And we were also learning from I wouldn't even call them my OGs. Like these are like in their prime pioneers. So like Big Spencer, Kids in the Hall, you know what I'm saying, Tony Maines, folks like that. Um, so unfortunately the website went on hiatus in like 2015, 2016. And so that was when I really started doing photography more serious. So like my first quote unquote big shoot was shooting the first Teens in the Park Fest at the Film Museum,
Oh shit.
and that's what Chance the Rapper brought out Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
And then like the next day, my camera got stolen.
Wow.
Shout out Duffy Boys. They just reminded me of that interesting situation, but that was kind of like I guess when I knew I really wanted to just have a camera in my hand, and I think because Chicago, like we were saying before we started the episode, Chicago has never had an infrastructure. You know what I mean? So like we never had people calling themselves creative directors or like
Yeah.
A&Rs. You know what I'm saying, or like things of that nature. So um, I kind of really started doing that, and it was kind of unconscious, but it was only because I've always loved my city's music. So when I would like work with an artist, I'm really looking like, okay, I'm not finna work with you if your music mid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm like, yo, like, what does this need to sound like? What do you need to like? What do we need to do to get your aesthetic to be where it needs to be? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of where the real just storytelling for me started. You know what I'm saying? Because again, my grandmother is a storyteller. You know what I'm saying? She's an artist. She's had her work at the South Museum, Angela Bassett on some of her work. She's like Oprah Winfrey singing work, all that. So like, it kind of just tumbled on down to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's kind of where me first getting into photography kind of came from. I always was around it, but I think that's when I first started taking it serious. So.
Mm.
Now you say you do the A&R. I want to know personally because I'm into this as a businessman with my record company and everything like that, and like multimedia and stuff. And you doing A&R. What's the challenges of being an A&R?
So funny enough, I think a lot of the times it's really just challenging. It's really knowing that there's even something to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I come from a era where like we weren't really talking about A&Rs and like graphic designers and like just like different things that are not quote unquote in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like in the behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So like this is way before a content creator was thought about. You feel me? So because of True Star Magazine, shout out to Miss Joy, shout out to Tasha, Deanna, and Tay. They really had me listening to music every day. And like if it didn't sound that great, we weren't talking about it. You know what I'm saying? We had a radio show on Power 92. Like we got Chance the Rapper, Kende X, Alex Wiley on Chicago radio for the first time. You know what I'm saying? And so we were every day going through records. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess you can call them digital links or whatever or what have you, emails. But we were listening to music all the time to the point where the artists would catch us in the streets. Like me and the people that were writing, the interns or the team that were writing for me, they would catch us in the streets and be like, yo, like, what do you think about my music? And I'd be kind of honest. I'm like, yeah, bro, I think these drums need to be a little more like fine tuned. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think you may need to really figure out what does reverb look like. Maybe too much auto tune. Maybe you need to actually write something. You know what I'm saying? So, I think the best advice I got about an A&R was an interview I saw from Norva. He's an A&R. I think he's like president I think he's like president or vice president of A&R at Warner Music Group, if I'm not mistaken. But he was basically like, if people are saying you an A&R, like let the people say that. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know what an A&R is, which is artist and repertoire, actually do the work. You know what I'm saying? So like you're organizing the studio sessions, you're getting the artists, put together when it comes to like figuring out what records they're gonna work on in the studio. You're making sure splits are figured out. You're helping them put together their body of work. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you are doing that, then it's like it's really up to you to start like making sure you're documenting that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're building a business. And I feel like when it comes to and again, it's slowly happening. It's slowly but surely happening in the music scene. Let me say that. But again, because we've never had infrastructure in the past 40 plus years since Record Row, since the house music era,
Yeah.
like we're not having enough of these conversations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
I agree with you. I feel like a lot of the time there is unnecessary labels in the industry. That way everybody feels included because not everybody can be a fucking star. You feel me? At the end of the day. And the reality of it is there's so much motion here in Chicago that people need to realize not everybody can be on stage. Having fundamental people behind the scenes that do the edits, that do the lights, that do the cameras, that do everything that makes things possible
yeah,
is what makes those people on stage look good. You feel me? Yes, there are plenty of artists that do it by themselves. You feel me? That make them own selves look
It's
good.
never really about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There has to be.
Let's
some
be
kind of
very
fan
clear
base or
about
some
that.
kind of team.
It takes a team, and you got to be, if you trying to be on a great level, you know what I'm saying? You got to really, really be in tune with motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So all that, I can do this shit by myself, me. Nah, it ain't working like that. You don't get too far like that.
We do get people tuning into the live. I don't know if you can see.
a Jutorius. Oh man, that's actually one of the, in my opinion, that's definitely one of the best rappers in Chicago. Like
Word.
hands down. Yeah, I definitely hope we get into the music. But yeah, nah, shout out to Jubilee.
Yeah, we definitely gonna play some music during the sponsorship. So if you guys are tuning in and want to peep in who we're playing, it's gonna be in the bio after the live, so y'all can peep in and find their information as well on top of his. I want to know what was the first camera you've ever owned?
Um, okay, so I'm glad you brought that up. Actually, I think I said this off camera too, but my grandma, she helped me get my first camera. I think it was like a Canon Rebel. I want to say it was a Canon Rebel something 50. But it was definitely a Canon Rebel, and so um, yeah, she, the little money she had, she got the camera for me. Um, Still need to pay her back. But yeah, that my first shoot was again shooting Kendrick Lamar when Chance brought him out at the very first teaser of the Black Fest.
Yeah.
And then
In
they
Chicago.
stole your camera.
Yeah, the next day. The next day.
Damn. So like you lost all the footage. Or...
No, blessings enough. I had put all of the photos like on like a memory card or what have you. But I just like my I had like a camera bag or whatever. So it was like the camera, it was like a simple, it wasn't even like a little lenses in there. It was like maybe two memory cards or whatever. But like I had gotten everything off of it before dude took it. So
well, that's a blessing.
yeah.
That's the blessing, yeah, right there, you know, because that would have been ass to lose all that quality footage. Do you feel like when you go out to events, do you have a set team of camera people, or are you usually just solo dolo, just filming?
Funny enough, shout out to Determined Radio. I was speaking on kind of just how the scene operates, and I think being a photographer in Chicago is a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
And as a cis-hetero black man, I try to take that responsibility very seriously. So I feel like when I've always done an event, or with anything with a camera, it's always what do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? So whether that's, you know, private shoots, public shoots, concert shoots, is always like, okay, where am I supposed to be at? Because at any of these shoots at any given time, you got like 5 or 10 other dudes with like I would say like battle armor on. That'd be how like many cameras dudes be having like, these days. You know what I'm saying? Like you got like the huge cameras, the small cameras, you know what I'm saying? Like dudes really be standing next to each other comparing cameras and lenses and shit. And that for me was always weird because I'm from the I'm from Chatham, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a hood guy, but like I guess I got, raised around hood shit. So like when I be seeing that, I'm like, bro, I'll rob you. Like don't like, cause they be trying to show off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just be like, bro, like, okay, I see you with your raw like 5 cameras, and I got this one little camera. You know what I'm saying? But no, like, excuse my French, but like, fuck you and your camera. I'll rock
Yeah,
your ass.
facts.
For real, for real. Like,
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of ego in
There
in
is.
the photography community, or can be. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still learning the photography community because I've always been a part of the music scene and organizing scene here.
Right.
So, but I will say there are a lot of amazing um, photographers that are really doing that thing out there. Shout out to Mastermind. Shout out K Rod. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of really dope folks out there right now. So.
Word, yo, shout out to all the people. I definitely agree with you. I tell venues whenever they hire us for media, please don't hire a million other fucking media when I go. Like, keep it like one or two. Because
I love that type of shit though.
I don't.
It depends, right?
Because
I hate sitting next to a camera person and they're walking in front of my shot because they don't see me or give a fuck.
So I would
You
say
feel me?
this.
I don't like that.
It depends because I just did a shoot for shout out Black Contractors, Owners, and Executives. I just did a shoot for them for their gala where they were honoring the folks who helped them create this organization, and these folks helped, get the different architectural deals that come in through Chicago. So
Yeah.
like a lot of them are working on the Obama Center right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So the mayor was there, the governor was there. And yeah, it was almost like because I've shot weddings and really important events. I've shot like turn ups in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? But I think what I've always learned is that people have hired me for my eye, not necessarily like my cameras. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And I say that to say like the type of style that I have, I guess, is I don't know. It's my style. You know what I'm saying? But I realized that was why they hired me because it was like 3, 4 other different photographers and videographers there that respectfully they had way better cameras than me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm not no rich dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a crate for everything I get. You feel me? So I just have my 2 little cameras, but they had a certain respect for me that I was just like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them actually walked up to me and was like, "No, I'm very familiar with your work." You know what I'm saying? Sister Africa told me about you. And this dude, I ain't gonna say his name, but he's like a legend in like the Chicago R&B community here. You know what I'm saying? So when he walked up to me, he was like, "No, bro, I appreciate your work." And again, I've shot at like places like Pitchfork when Lauryn Hill was here, and like Lollapalooza when like Tyler the Creator was here, and it was like those experiences are way more interesting because like the photographers in those spaces didn't really like show me respect until they saw Taylor Bennett on stage like nodding to me and be like, "Yo, what's good, Chris?" And they was like, Taylor Bennett. I'm like, yeah, no chance too. Like, we cool. Like we didn't like we knew of each other. We was at the same open mic. Shout out, rest in power, brother Mike. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think the photography realm can be very interesting, and I think kind of like anything in Chicago, like we have a lot of spiritual energy around what we do, and I think the egos can definitely be in those spaces as well. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to give credit to bro, man. I watched his videos on TikTok earlier today, and I'm inspired because I'm a filmmaker.
Oh, word.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm very inspired by what I saw. Like I went through a couple of them videos and like some of the shit you captured, and then the way you got the voice layer overall, like the scenery of it and everything. That shit is inspiring, bro. It puts me in the mind, like it takes me back to like Mo Better Blues, something like Spike Lee or shoot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
Like it's really in depth like that. Like so, I'm like, yeah, that's
even between the monologue on it and everything, dude. It's like
you know what I'm saying. And you probably gonna end up seeing that in like one of my films and shit. Like you probably gonna capture it, like see it and capture it, be like, oh shit, he really was inspired by that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
first of all, you're not you. Shout out to you for even saying that you would do that,
bro.
Most people just like see it and copy it and do their thing. But I'm gonna shout out Rooster Green because she definitely was one of those folks that kind of alluded to what you were saying as far as like my style of shooting. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I just shoot. You know what I mean? Like I have a vision, like a really strong vision of what I want to do, and I kind of just go and like shoot and create it. And again, my grandma was who she was, so it was like the way that I like take in things is a lot different than a person that's like really trying to be a photographer. It was like, nah, bro, I really, this is my life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
I wasn't trying to be a content creator. It's just like, nah, bro, I really am like that. You know what I mean? And so it's like, Rooster Green was one of the first people to tell me like, no, you really can bring the superhero out of a person. Like you really know how to like tell the marvelous the brilliance about a space when you point your camera on it. And for me, I come from the tsunami era. You know what I'm saying? With Cartoon Network, like they had like yeah, shout out to Tom and Adult Swim. But like I come from that time where it's like I would get excited watching like those little inspirational videos that would be in between the shows, or like time would be like, nah, man, like just keep going, like everything's gonna be all right. And you like watching like Dragon Ball Z clips and Sailor Moon clips and shit. Like I was that type of kid. You know what I mean? So like that always stuck out to me, and I was like, shout out to Solar Five and K by Dean. Both of them were like, yo, when you really get in the video, like that shit's gonna really come out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really gonna show itself. And I'm just like, man, I'm just trying to cook. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't really thinking about it like that on some, I'm trying to be kind of like the alchemist. He said this quote in an interview that stuck with me, which was that he's trying to work so hard that he's not even seeing you know, the accomplishments. Like he's seeing them, but like he's like working and staying focused on some like he's trying to get to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And
You don't realize the growth.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you just trying to continue building on the empire. And I think that's what unsocial aesthetics has been becoming. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for even seeing that, because that's definitely what uh the platform is centered on. It's like really creating visuals that have powerful storytelling in them, because that's the realm we're going into right now.
We need to bring that back. You know what I'm saying? Like it's missing, its soul in a lot of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? People telling stories, but there's nothing behind it. You know what I'm saying? There's no impact. It's like everything is trying to copy this or copy that, instead of just like you can borrow from anything. And I say this with music too. You know what I'm saying? You can borrow from anybody, but make it your own. Don't be a carbon copy. You see what I'm saying? And like what I was saying about with your creativity and your eye, how you see things, and how I see how you see things, and how it inspires me to be like, okay, I want to draw from it. You know what I'm saying? That's I don't get that often. I don't get that often. Like it's a lot of stuff I see that's just like, damn, man, it's still the same. But what I saw from that, it made me like, damn, I can capture that and kind of have that kind of same vibe to it, but just do it in my own way type thing. So yeah, I love learning from other people. You know, I've never been the type of person to be like, I know everything. I've always been like a sponge. So especially with like film and things like that, you know what I'm saying? With it being in that kind of way, I'm still trying to find my mode. You know, like because I'm shooting this series business. It's a film series. It was a web series, but I changed that up because I'm trying to really get it done, and it's been taking like a really long time to really get to the point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, watching what I just seen from that, I feel like I can learn even more from it, and I can put that into what I'm trying to create for this, and actually make it like, and really like make it something. So you know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be hearing a lot from me, bro.
I'm with it, man. I think when again on social aesthetics, my creative agency and production house, it's a rebrand from the Lyrical app, the website I was just mentioning, and again, the reason we call it a creative agency and a production house, one, because we archive and we uplift what's going on in the Chicago music scene right now. You know what I mean? So like for the last 5 years even, we've been talking about who's pretty much the very best in the city. You know what I'm saying? And again, with our series with the Chicago Reader, the work that we've done with Southside Weekly, the work we've done with spaces like Healthy Hood, Inglewood Branded, Imagine Inglewood If, Inglewood's Art Collective. Like all we've been doing is uplifting these different artists, and I am really blessed to say that the goal was to really just create what we weren't seeing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I come, yeah, I'm definitely a millennial, but like again, I was like one of those kids that wasn't like I don't know, like I was adopted. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I really learned how to like love my city by like seeing Chance the Rapper when he released 5 Day at Leaders when it was on Wells Street.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that meant a lot to me because we all was like, nah, he's finna be the next. And then that happened. You know what I mean? Like when we saw No Name and Fendot and Saba and even Smino, because Smino got a lot of love from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Chris Classic. But all of these things really catapulted me just really falling in love with Chicago and really being like, nah, it's really no other place like Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that there's history.
That's so
There's no
You know what I'm
place
saying?
like
But it's like we can like it's receipts. You know what I mean? Like and people don't talk about how like in real time like gospel was created here, house was created here, hip hop really got inspired by what was happening in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? In its Genesis stage. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, when we were talking about all of these things, we're not thinking that these things are like changing how the world viewed Chicago, how the world viewed us. But that's what these things are. So it's like when we, as a social aesthetics, create our content and build with the people we're building with, we're not just trying to give you a music video or just a photo shoot. We're trying to show you really your own reflection. To be honest with you, like we're really trying to be creative and strategic at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So like if you really know your story and you tell it to us, we're gonna literally just reflect it back to you and help you really just like create it while you're already creating your own art. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably what you see is like the passion we have for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So
we're gonna take a quick little sponsor real quick. Shout out to Myra O. But it's 420, baby. It's always 420 some way. Y'all make sure y'all hit her up for all the Spanish delights. Infused, uninfused, any food. Good stuff. Y'all hit her up. And of course, 420 Up in Smoke. What's up, Topanga? We miss you, baby girl, as always. We can't wait to see you. Can't wait to get this season 2 going for this show. It's gonna be so dope. And of course, shout out to my boy, my best friend, and artist on Jester King Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Hitman Chris for sponsoring the lead with the Hitman brand. You know what I'm saying? So it is. Y'all make sure y'all hit that link tree slash let's be blunt 2020. You know what I'm saying? Catch up on the last 6 years on what's been going on with Let's Be Blunt. It started off with Big Mama, you know what I'm saying, doing her thing, talking her blunt shit. And now I'm joining in with the fun and everything like that, you know, and producing it as a podcast. So you did, you know? So check it out, bro. Everybody that's watching, if y'all ain't watching yet, you know what I'm saying? If y'all got friends or whatever, come check us out. Subscribe, hit that subscribe button, all that good shit. Y'all know how it goes. You know. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Let's get back to this thing over here. Big Mama, where you at, baby girl?
Yeah, I've been over here doing my DJ shit, changing up lighting. You know, feel me? Gotta keep the vibe going. Uh, this is one of our favorite segments over here on Let's Be Blunt. You know how
Y'all know what time it is, right? Fly around the world.
y'all be killing me. One of these days, we finna record that shit. Y'all gotta
saying.
stop.
Oh, I'm finna put this whole shit right.
I know. Everybody tuning in to Let's Be Blunt on the YouTube page. We see you coming in. We see the comments. We got about 32 countries tuning in right now. What is up with you guys?
What up, blunt heads? Y'all know we love y'all. You dig?
Okay.
So you got that. Shout out to him and Chris. You guys are just hearing some new tracks coming in. You want to give us a little bit before we get into this segment who we were just listening to? So
Oh yeah.
Because they asked in the comments.
Oh damn, that's even better, man. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just come out and say it. These are probably like some of the best rappers in Chicago. Like respectfully. And I say that because you gotta realize that rappers and MCs there's always been a difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And with Chicago, we've been so separated that when again people like Dirk and Keith and like Chop were getting on and Chance was getting on, it was happening in the same city, but it could have like the way the city works, it might as well have been two different countries.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like Hits and Jublick, they specifically are pioneers while being very much so in their prime. Like Pop Smoke was inspired by Hits when before he even like started rapping.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And now you're in my generation of Pop Smoke, so now we're getting it.
Saying like
yeah.
Jublick literally got like the way he raps right now is like he's kind of like it's almost like a legend thing in the city where it's like he'll rap in the studio, he'll do like one take on something and he'll leave. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really making niggas want to rap again. That's just how tough this dude is. You know what I'm saying? They both from Chatham, which is one of like the most like I almost want to be like it's one of the most cherished neighborhoods in Chicago. Also, like if you know, you know. Like the history is that rich in that area.
The food
but
over
at
there,
the same time, the neighborhood that both of these men come from, it like the way they talk about O Block, you know, that's how these neighborhoods are that these men come from. You know what I'm saying? Over east. And it's like both of them are truly like some of the best MCs in the city. You know what I'm saying? And so all that being said, this project was like 20 years in the making.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mind you, like Hits is built with like Jadakiss, you know what I'm saying? Like Jublick is built with like folks like Femdot and like the chairman, you know what I'm saying, of the Black Panthers, Fred Hampton Jr. But they came together to do this, one because the streets really have been asking them to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like they just released this project. What was it? President's Day Monday, and they already just sold over like 40 plus records. You know what I'm saying? And that's like job for like Untitled, where like the proceeds are going to Nita's Love Train. If you need Nita's Love Train, this young lady does so much for the community. You know what I'm saying? As far as like bringing folks like heaters and like just different hygiene products that they might not be able to get because they ain't got no money. She literally fundraise. Yeah, like she literally does fundraiser work like on social media every day, like putting up different like posts, like asking for mutual aid, asking for you to share the mutual aid post. You know what I'm saying? And she goes buy these products and delivers them to the like the folks. You know what I'm saying? That needs them. So it's like these are the type of folks that Jublick and Hits are working on and building with and just trying to uplift. You know what I'm saying? So this project is really uplifting that. And I ain't gonna hold you, they're really just a symbol of real bars coming back. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like
a definite
like, and I'm not saying that people ain't been rapping because you got some amazing artists and MCs that have been laying the groundwork. You know what I'm saying?
But you also got some silly shit.
And I think right now it's a time where, you know, if you really ain't got nothing to say, or if you are sensitive about how people are like critiquing you, then you may need to study hard. And you know, it's been garnering a lot of haters. You know what I'm saying? I've had a lot of people talk shit about me and lie on me. You know what I'm saying? And set me up. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had a lot of that. While at the same time, I've had people like again, Fred Hampton Jr. and Sister Africa, GQ the teacher, really support me. You know what I'm saying? Water. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these different individuals that have helped uplift me. And it's all because of this music shit.
Right.
So all that to say, this project is definitely a really big deal.
Yeah.
And again, like, people like GLC have been listening to this project. Rumor has it that Bun B might have also been listening to this project.
Really?
So yeah, it's a lot going on with this project and these two individuals. But again, I think it all alludes back to the new era that we're going into in Chicago art and culture and music. And I think the biggest thing is that we all can win.
Facts.
That we all can meet.
Facts.
That we all really
So
have to
true.
come together. And I feel like, you know, even with the last couple of years, you know what I'm saying? And I say from 2020 to 2020, really now, really, it's been a roller coaster being in the Chicago music scene, being in the city. And, it's not been easy. You know what I'm saying? I've had moments just being transparent where I've been like, man, maybe I'm done with this shit. You know what I'm saying? But I've had, my circle and my community continue to tell me to keep going.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kate Calloway. Dude literally hit me one day. It was like, yeah, bro, you ain't posted in like a day or so. And I'm like, yeah, it just say posting. He's like, nah, bro, like I need you to do that. Like I be counting on you to say some shit, whether I like it or not, that uplifts me. And I'll be like, damn, like, okay. So people be paying attention and, they may just feel some type of way. And, you know, I feel like I've always been an approachable person. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to talk about it. I'm here to have a hard conversations. I'm here for the growth and development. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the direction we're going in. I feel like that this album, World War III, that's the symbol that they're trying to use to help people just start having these healthy conversations. You know what I'm saying? And not everybody's ready to have these conversations. But if my mentor and big uncle spirit, Tony Baines, can, apologize and he ain't got shit to apologize for. If you know who Tony Baines is, a nigga ain't nothing to fuck with. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Tony Baines.
Respectfully. Like he got some big people in the industry right now that owe him some money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say because I actually didn't even said that shit, but fuck it. But all that to say,
we let people
Yeah.
but all that to say, for him to be able to be like, nah, like, I apologize. It's about bringing people together.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's a conversation that him and the legend Rufus Sims had. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they could have those type of conversations, we got these type of conversations. And again, it's about us just really bringing it together because it's like real talk. And again, shout out to everything that's going on, especially Top Dog Entertainment. I really love those guys, but ain't nobody fucking with Chicago.
Facts.
And I mean like nobody. Like when we talk about R&B, we talk about hip hop, we talk about agriculture, like we talk about films, bro. Like Robert Townsend was just here last year, schooling us, bro.
Us, G. Our biggest beef is us, and I be telling people that, man, y'all be fighting with each other. We don't got to. We don't got to. We're all too talented.
All that to be said, it's a lot. It's a lot coming up, and again, I think these are very interesting times where again we need more storytellers. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think to sum up to what you was asking, World War III, I think is all of that and then some for that.
So we definitely gotta tag the whole album in the bio below. We'll get that linked in with y'all. All right, bloodheads, we got our questions coming. I got some for you. It's come from out of England. This is from Sarah.
Oh wow, okay.
What's your go-to tools when you edit?
Well, okay, that's a good question. So when it comes to photos, I'm normally in Lightroom. I think again with editing photo and video, it's a lot of levels to it, right? So
Thanks.
I know for the ones that I've always been I've been attracted to. Lightroom has always been like a go-to on some like I don't like and I don't need to continue doing this. I've actually been having to raise the price because I was just on TV or whatever. People like to remind me. So as Fat Joe say, yesterday's price is not today's price. But all that to be said, you know what I'm saying? Well, all that to be said, as a photographer, most photographers right now, they are like giving you maybe max 20 photos And depending on who it is, they charge it between $1,000 to $5,000. Easy.
That's like under charge.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, for example, look at people like Mastermind. You know what I'm saying? Bro just shot the cover to Glorilla's album. And this was actually in the same time duration that he shot with Marion, Chris Brown. Like, bro really is like that. You see what I'm saying? Like, he has a whole studio where he's like, he got his little homies learning the craft. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, that's really his prices. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, for me, I've always tried to be an accommodating photographer. So it's like, for me, I'm normally editing between maybe 50 to maybe 200 photos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Again, should not be doing that.
Yeah.
Should not be doing that at all. In fact, I'm finna probably increase the prices after this interview just because I'm saying this shit. So I'm giving y'all forcing me to do that.
Yeah.
But I have to say,
y'all should go sooner. Shit.
A trick that I think this might be the first time I've even been saying this. So y'all getting some gems. So a trick that I use, it's not even a trick, it's something any photographer for real is into. But they call it presets. You know what I'm saying? And so Lightroom, it's a preset is pretty much like, the best way I can explain it is it's like it's kind of like a filter, you know what I'm saying, that you use like on your phone or whatever. So that's what a preset is. So for me, I've always been a fan of, I dare say, like the film approach, you know what I'm saying, to photography. So like film is extremely expensive, but I always loved it. So I worked I when they may be bringing it back, I don't know, but Visual Supply Company, they call VSCO on social media or internet or whatever, but they had it where you could download presets. And so I grabbed the presets for Lightroom, and so that's been my go-to shit since like 2014, for real, for real. But no, like for folks that are really into photography or trying to, yeah, look into Lightroom. You gotta learn the foundations with Photoshop, at the very least when it comes to like printing, because that's a whole thing. Like, yeah, you could give your photos to someone else to print, but on some real photo shit, you need to learn how to like size your photos. You know what I'm saying? On some like
so as far as like the Photoshop, it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's necessarily is really needed.
No, very much so. Like,
okay,
like I think, and especially so, I mean, if you're a photographer, supposedly one of your goals is to have a gallery, you know what I'm saying, of your work. You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, you know, you can send your photos through printing service online, but 9 times out of 10, you really are printing your own shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta learn how to size your photos. There's a certain like format you have to like send them in. You have to send them in PDF format. And you have to find a good print shop.
I learned that doing
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you gotta learn Photoshop for that. And I mean, Photoshop is a beast in a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? Even though Adobe be on some bullshit with the fucking subscriptions, but
yeah,
it's another conversation.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother
yeah.
conversation.
But as far as photo, Lightroom, Photoshop, video, I've been really on some hyperbolic time chamber shit with DaVinci on some.
I love DaVinci.
I am, man.
He's the editing dude. He does all the
DaVinci
editing
irritates
work,
the hell out of me. Like,
That,
if you work with CapCut and DaVinci, is like DaVinci is like the more complicated version of CapCut. You know what I'm saying? But CapCut is damn near more easier to use, but you know, there's so much fuck shit connected to CapCut. Like, Lord have mercy. But yeah, that's been my go-tos as far as video editing and photo editing.
Sounds good. I hope. Thank you for tuning in, England. I know it's probably like
shout out
shit,
to
early as
that.
hell,
Yeah.
yo.
Shout out.
Let's see what's. Oh, Morocco. What up in Morocco? How are y'all doing
How
over
the hell
there
do you
today?
say hi
I
in
just know
Morocco?
David.
That's
Morocco.
crazy as hell. England and Morocco.
Yo,
Okay. I'm with it.
David, he wants to know: do you think AI helps your creativity process?
You know what's crazy? I was just talking to my lady about AI, and we're very much so still opening up to it.
Facts.
I know I definitely am. I know for me, even the thought of ChatGPT has to be like,
I'm
but
on it every once in a while, but he's trying to get me into that shit.
yeah,
I feel like he just knows too much.
I think I think this is also where like the want for experience is are gonna come back, right? On some, I really think the time of buying CDs are really on a comeback.
I hope
You know
so,
what I'm
yo.
saying?
'Cause
Like
I
J.
missed that whole
Cole,
era, yo.
like he's going around the country, I
Cardi,
think
yeah,
right
for
now,
sure.
like selling CDs out his trunk.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, right now we live in a subscription world where everything is subscription. Like,
Yeah, everything is bots.
if you miss a payment, your whole little music catalog on your iPhone is gone. I think we're really finna potentially go back into like an iPod era.
It's the year of Renaissance. I've been telling
You
you
know what I
that shit
mean?
for a
And
while,
so
yo.
I think just authenticity is gonna be the next step. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Mhm. I agree with you, yo. Shout out to David in Morocco. Appreciate y'all tuning in, yo. Let's see. This one's coming from Finland. What up, Finland? How are y'all doing over there? I don't know what time it is.
You got some faraway places asking these questions.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, okay, that's crazy.
I think it's Colby, but he spelled it weird. I think it's Colby. It could be a
Okay.
girl. Other than photography, what forms of entertainment do you work in?
So that's also a good question. So, again, on social aesthetics, we literally help brands and artists with the creation of their brand.
Cool.
You know what I mean? So like we come in and we do a lot of the content creation around what the brand themselves are doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So um with that, comes a lot of, just creative direction, like creative consultations. Which again a lot of people don't do. You know what I'm saying? But I think also the journalism part, again, we are I think y'all might be one of the first platform. I think I announced. No, I don't know if I'm gonna just announce it here. But we're coming out with an imprint magazine for on social aesthetics, and again, the goal is to really just uplift, all of the brilliance that's coming out of the city right now. And I say that to say, I've been blessed to publish with who I've been able to publish with for the last couple of years, and my lady had I ain't gonna say the platform, but she was reading one of the many like published things I've been able to do. And she was just like, man, this platform is so white.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, it's just like, I don't like your photos and maybe two other sets of photos are the only black photos in this like magazine. And I was just like,
Publishing's a bitch.
and I'm just like, damn, like, how do you even challenge that? And I'm like, we may need to go back to just doing it ourselves.
Facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, with the magazine, I'm really excited for that because we're gonna be able to talk about what we want to talk
You
about.
got all in-house editors and everything, yo.
Yeah, we're
That's
doing it
dope.
ourselves. We're doing
That's
it
dope.
ourselves. We're writing all the stories. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
We're doing all the interviews. Because we know the people, but even more so, we're seeing a need. You know what I'm saying? Every
Facts.
time we have these
A lack of
conversations about the
journalism, yeah.
magazine, people are interested. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so, yeah, journalism, just real like film, uh, music in general. Again, that's where the A&R comes from. Um, we do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaving it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for
Appreciate
thank
that.
you in Finland, yo. We appreciate you guys. Let's see, let's see. I know y'all coming in. Let's do Chile. What's up, Chile? How are y'all doing today? Or tonight, whatever time it is over there. It's coming from Natalie in Chile.
Shout out to different countries watching right now.
You dig? That's our blunt heads.
Wow.
She said, if you weren't a photographer, what would you do?
Hmm. Hmm. I don't know, man.
that's been bred in you for a long time.
So here's the thing, right? I feel like my grandma was always the type to tell me that my life was like I'm on a path. You know what I'm saying? Like the stories and the things I create and put into the world, like God really wants you to do these things because they're gonna change things. Um and it's kind of interesting being brought up like that because, um I really feel like my grandma may be one of the most intelligent black women, second to my lady for real, that I've ever met, as far as like just being cultured and just wise in that spiritual sense. And yeah, I feel like the way that she would talk, it always made me feel like this was something like I had to do. Like this was like the main mission.
Yes.
Like for the Pokemon players out there, like this was the main like battle or whatever like that. Like you can get to the side missions later in life. But I have to say, I think a teacher. I mean, I teach already. Like I'm sure some of my students are somewhere out there watching this. Um, but yeah, funny enough, I wanted to be a lawyer for like 2 seconds, but it was only because my grandma wanted. Yeah, because it was like me and my grandma used to watch TV together a lot as a kid. So like, I would just have these like life changing conversations with her about what I wanted to be and whatever. And I think we used to watch Judge Mathis a lot. Um, and I really feel like she may have started it. She may have been like, you can be a lawyer, you know that? And I was like, why you say that? And she's like, because of Judge Mathis, he a lawyer. And I was like,
Because Judge Mathis, he a lawyer.
that's like
I mean, it's not
she's for that
actually
generation
very
that loves
exciting.
Judge Mathis.
Yeah.
So
Oh
you
yeah, all
know,
the shows that
yeah. So it was like that was a thing for me until she introduced me to The Crow, which it's kind of a real left field for her because it's that kind of is where like my duo, like if I like I feel like people don't get me for real for real. You know what I'm saying? On some I'm really into like I guess as people would call it white shit, which is really not that at all. But like, you know, Coldplay, 3 Days Grace, you know what I'm saying, Breaking Benjamin, like all that. And so like, you know,
It's okay to be black and like that kind of
you
music.
know what I'm saying? It really, really is. You know what I'm saying? Like black people created the shit in the first
music
fucking
is a
place.
color.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like for my grandma, when she introduced me to The Crow, it was like very left field. Like she even had me watching the show, but like the movie itself, it's like one of those cult classics. You know what I'm saying? So like, the I don't know if melancholy or gothic or whatever is like I have that in me, but also like you know I'm a fan and I would like to say student of Gordon Parks' work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like that part of me is also there. You know what I'm saying? Like my style of photography, I dare say, is very hood surrealist. I think West Side Gun coined that term, but like I love creating different like shots where they're very abstract. You know what I'm saying? You may have a hood ass dude in a ballroom. You know what I'm saying? Or you may see a young lady in a gorgeous
Like
gown and a
ideas
corner
of
store. You
filming.
know what I'm saying? Very
Yeah.
contradicting things that you would think
Facts.
would be contradicting, but this is
Why could they
really,
not be?
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I agree with you. Yo,
that was a fire
that
question.
was a good
That
question.
was
Shout
from
out to
Chile.
Chile. Yeah,
God
Chile.
damn.
Natalie and Chile, yo. What up, Natalie? This is our last question coming from Russia. His
Okay.
name is Borsch. Borsch, maybe? I think that's how you pronounce it. Boche. Borsch.
You got me. You got me.
You know my English ain't English.
It sounds about right.
Yo, when it comes to filming big projects, do you feel like you ever become overwhelmed with the amount of work you have to do?
Absolutely. Um, so, so shout out to Tendo Payne, Ty Payne of Frida Natives. Um, we were working on a music video for the artist Solar 5.
Okay.
And this was also around the time that Sinners came out. And so I told him because I was super inspired, by the movie and by just like Ryan Coogler's, foundation and whatnot. And I told bro, I was like, yeah, we gonna make a movie like Sinners. And he was like, bro,
Fire.
you know that's a lot of work. Also, like, Ryan Coogler, like he really did his thing with how he shot it, like that what he shot, like the whole process was insane. You know what I'm saying? Like bro shot on like IMAX cameras and like that was a whole thing and like like just the whole thing is a whole process. But I think when we were shooting that video for Solar Five, I think the biggest thing we were focused on was, even with lifing, just like really just trying to do our very best. And I think that's been the goal, is just to do our very best. He's working on a film festival right now, actually. That's going to be taking place all throughout the year. You have like 3 different film festivals. Um, and yeah, I think I asked him that because he's a way better videographer than I.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's that guy. But yeah, even when I asked him like, yo, what are your thoughts about just handling big projects? And the biggest thing is just fuck it, having that mentality, but also like learning discipline. You know what I'm saying? So learning how to get organized, even when it comes to, you know, your process for filming. You know what I'm saying? Learning how to storyboard, learning how to really write out your type of shots and be able to explain that to someone that has no fucking idea what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I think that's where the and I know I say that saying while saying it, I'm saying it to myself on some those things can get overwhelming, especially when you're lifing. Like I am transparent enough to say I'm looking for a job right now. Unfortunately, I got laid off last year because of the Cheeto puff in the White House. You know what I'm saying? So, I've been blessed to say I've been working through the art and getting my heart off, but you know, life be life, you know what I'm saying? And we are human beings. So like, when people say, things about you that you feel like are false, that also plays a toll. You know what I'm saying? Where you're like, oh man, no one likes me or no one fucks with me or whatever. So it's also the mental and spiritual discipline of just telling yourself you can do it and trying to do this shit when shit is hard. You know what I'm saying? That's half the battle and most of the battle. You know what I'm saying? And the technique, then there is the last part. So to that question, um, really just work on your discipline. You know what I'm saying? Work on your 10,000 hours. Um, and as my big bro Solar Fire would say, don't take things personal. Don't take everything personal.
Felt that. Oh, it's sponsorship time, is it now? It's 420, baby.
Yeah.
It's always 420 somewhere. I was born in 420, September 18th, 1981. You did. As they just said, I was destined to be a fucking piehead. So.
This is that's what I was going on here earlier.
So he got like 600. He gonna be fucking lit when he get home.
That's like all the time. So like,
Oh no, I get you, I get you. But it's 420, baby.
I'm with it.
It's 420, baby.
It's not. Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
It's 420, baby.
Oh yeah, she got infused and non-infused. Oh, Topanga, guys, shout out to Topanga.
And shout out to Topanga, 420 up in smoke. You know what I'm saying? She right here behind the camera and shit. Like she can't come in front of the camera and say this shit herself.
I'm running music, yo.
Like really, word. She just
so
got
good
me right
at
here
it.
and just
You're so good at it though.
Nah, they try to run that on me. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. Yeah, cause you cold at it. Nah.
Shout out to Hitman Chris. His newest song Mirage is out, which you guys are hearing right now.
Y'all go check that out too. It's on YouTube right now.
Music video shot by Jester King.
Shot by Jester King Entertainment. Edited by yours truly.
This fire.
Hire us to do y'all next video. Yeah, they.
I'm gonna play ATR Blame on Me after this.
You just did, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah, you just played Blame on Me.
Okay. And I'm gonna close it out with yours. We're about to do ashtray right now.
Uh-oh, it's almost time to put it out, y'all.
And then shit, Chris has been starting for like what, 2 years now?
Yeah, about that, yeah. That's fine. Shout out to E Money. She played a girl in the video.
Wait for our song to come, y'all. Can't wait for me and wait for our song.
We over here doing shit, y'all.
Yo, okay, let me bring myself on over there again.
Yeah, cause she gonna bring it back in for y'all this time. Cause I've been talking.
Yo,
Y'all miss me, huh? No.
welcome back. It's Let's Be Blunt, the only international weed smoking podcast where we smoke blunts, talk blunt, show blunt people. Yo, hit that link tree. Let's Be Blunt 2020. Catch the last 6 years of me talking about blunt shit and now Tones talking his blunt shit, you feel me? Shout out to Jester King Entertainment for the production of show. You got sponsors. It's 420, baby. 420 up a smoke and Hitman Chris. Shout out to shout out to all the people that I've played today. They'll be in the bio below. Yo, this is Ashtray. So let us know any places people can catch you. And where new items or new things are coming out with you.
Word. So this is February. So please download the album World War III by Hits and Jublick. Just released this past Monday. We're going to have some amazing stuff by Solar 5.
Cool.
He's gonna be dropping a project this year. Like I said, we're working on a magazine. We're also working on an album. Can also say that here. That's also gonna be really cool. What else are we working on? Working on a gallery.
That's dope.
Working on a gallery. We just did a billboard launch for a series I had called Little Chico from Tooley Park, The Road to Burnside, where we did a billboard launch in Chatham, and the artists that were on the billboard were all artists that were from Chatham.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And also are some of the very best coming out of the city. You know what I'm saying? As far as artists, organizers, etc. So, trying to see anything else. Next month we shout out to 312 Music Awards. We got nominated.
What up,
Luch?
Yeah, we just got nominated for a best visual artist award.
Oh shit.
So yeah, that'll be happening next month at the Harold Washington Cultural Center.
They're doing media.
Of course, we're gonna be
word,
there.
word.
Yeah, we definitely gonna be in the building.
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting. I'm still kind of like, wow, we got nominated. Like, I feel like that's damn near like, cause I really respect what Two Official and what they are doing.
It's a lot of work.
You know what I'm saying? So even to get nominated, I'm just like, damn, we got nominated for some shit. Like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? That's like damn, they're getting Grammy nominated, damn near. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, but yeah.
That's exciting, yo. I might make sure all his social medias and stuff are tagged in the bios below. Of course, anything you want to know with the BIG over here, you can hit the link tree. Let's Be Blunt 2020. Stay tuned for that album. It might be dropping near July towards my birthday, yo. We getting this shit in works for that. Tony, anything you want to close out? Sponsors and shit. Want to play your music?
Well, y'all hit that link tree / I am Tony today. Y'all know how that goes. I got the album. We got Just King Entertainment. We got this. We got that. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Loud Money Music Group. You know what I'm saying? Megastar. That's my mentor, my big brother. You know what I'm saying? And business partner. You know what I'm saying? Helping with the music and all of that. Like that. Shout out to ATR, Hitman, Chris, everybody on Jester King. You know what I'm saying? We got so much. It's just a lot coming. Y'all tune in next week for Tone Zone, the very first episode of the Tone Zone. coming next week.
Oh, that reminds me. I got a shout out to Tracy Bell to come on the podcast next week as well.
Yeah, y'all get ready for that.
Moguls is making y'all look into all the things that we want. Be out in the great time for the block. You feel me?
Peace.